What is up, my friends, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be going back to doing some delicious planetary rushes. A very special video for me because I know they say you shouldn't pick favorites between your children, but if I had to pick my favorite Exogem series, it would be the Planetary Rush. Just amazing shock value, entertainment value, super close games, and just beautiful, really. Very artistic. Whenever it comes together, it just feels extra good. Now, sadly for us, in game number 1, we're playing against Hero. Okay? Hero, probably the best Protoss of the last 2 years in the world. And, well, something tells me we might not end this game with a W, but we're on a mission. And the mission is to make him sweat even a little bit. Now, I really think that Hero might be the worst player to do this against because he's extremely aggressive and it's, well, I mean, we'll see how it's gonna go. I think I could go for a proxy factory as well. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but at some point they nerfed the Planetary Rush by accident, I hope. Because if not, then I was definitely targeted, because who else does freaking Planetary Rushes, right? But they nerfed the armor by 1. And the Cyclone change that they made a while ago also made the Cyclone way weaker with Planetary Rushes, but I think that one has been reverted for now. I have a very good memory when it comes to games in particular, but when it comes to patches, I'm not exactly sure why, but my memory is just not as good at that. The Cyclone was changed, I want to say, like 5 times in the last 5 patches or something ridiculous, so I don't really know exactly anymore which version was my favorite for this specific build and which one I hated. I think the current version should be okay, but I guess we'll see. At some point, the Cyclone was really tanky. I think that was probably the best one for this, right? I think it had like 180 health and maybe even like an armor by default or something. That would have been pretty nice. But I guess we'll see. So Planetary, or well, Command Center is going to go down over here. I can make tanks as well. Cyclones might make more sense though. I did make sure to veto the maps where naturals have ramps, because then it would just be a nightmare to get a freaking PF down, right? Okay, so that is a... is that a fast stalker or a normal stalker? No, it is a normal stalker. Probably, at least. I'm not 100% sure. It feels fast to me for some reason. He didn't scout at all, by the way, which is pretty brave. I mean, he doesn't know who he's up against, most likely, right? I really doubt that the Korean Hero knows who the hell Eyes on Me is on the EU server. 5.6k Terran, but not scouting ASB can be... Oh, it's Hallucinated Phoenix. Okay, can be seen as brave. Oh, I think he's barely not gonna... No, he is gonna see it, right? Yeah, he's gonna see it. Okay. I mean, at this point, he still has no idea that it's a Planetary Rush that he's gonna go up against, right? I mean, why on earth would he realize that? He just knows that there's a factory on the map. That's all he knows. Oh, I do need to pull some SCVs with this as well. I need to make an engineering bay right about now. There's no real rush to make it, actually. We have enough time, but... Here we go. I'm gonna build that right now. He's probably expecting tanks from that, I would guess. I don't even know what he would expect from that because it's so freaking weird. Okay, we're gonna pull some boys now. And then, yeah, let's see. I mean, a good warm-up game to play against Hero. Whether it's gonna be pleasant, I think that is another story. Let's see, there's no battery? Oh, no, it's in the back. Okay. Okay, he hit that from me pretty well, actually. That would have been a very successful bait would I have got in there. Okay, so we're gonna go for it. Need to make sure I have enough gas for the Planetary, of course. 150, 150. I can't wait to just absolutely blow his mind with this push. Now, let's see. He did build the shield battery pretty far back, so that is nice. Wait, actually, guys. Ooh, he was so far forward there. That would have been beautiful. Okay, oh, you got the sentry right away, which is really nice. Okay, so the Planetary, we're gonna have to land it over there. Let's see. Okay, so the Planetary has landed. That is great news. Now we're just gonna have to kite for our life, pretty much. That is the idea here. Blink is going to finish at some point, which is going to be incredibly painful. Oh, he had an energy recharge available for that as well. That is painful. I'm going to drop a mule over there, and now we're just going to be fighting. Okay, so the mule is here to repair. He's really focus firing down the command center. I think, excuse me, he is going to be able to get that. It looks by how many stalkers he has, by the way, it looks like he was playing a very aggressive build as well. Let me pull these hurt ones back. Good really good micro on our side, actually, to be honest, but I don't think it's gonna matter anymore. I'm gonna try, because we did kill a good amount of workers. And I guess I can repair my cyclones and we can go for one final try. I don't think it's gonna happen anymore, unfortunately. Pretty good, like, I'm actually surprised. That was good microbios for sure. Normally with these weak cyclones, 120 health. Oh, they do still have 1 armor. I feel like I always lose them. They just kind of pop like balloons now and then to stalkers, but we managed to save all of them, I think. Didn't save the Reapers, of course, but we did manage to save all of these Cyclones, so that is very, very nice. Now, I think we have one more attack in us, and that's just going to be a very simple, good old SCV pool. Maybe I can scout a little bit further forward. I am almost completely saturated, which is kind of crazy. I'm just going to make some... maybe I should make Marines instead of Reapers. I think that makes more sense, actually. Okay, and then we're just going to go for SCV pool number 2. We did kill the sentry, so if he wants to scout, he's going to have to make another sentry, which is 100 gas. I'm actually curious about his tech, because he didn't have blink there at the end, and I feel like he probably would have. So maybe he delayed blink to get more stalkers out, which is not very common, I believe, but at least I don't remember seeing that. I mean, I guess that is possible. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's a good... Oh, look at this. Okay. Wait, he actually didn't go for blink. Oh, he messed up the force fields. Yeah, he actually did not go for blink. He does have slow zealot. Oh, that's bad news. He was gonna go for charge. We're not gonna be very happy with that. Let's see. I'm trying to bait some more force fields out. I know he wants to use them for sure. Okay, let's see. Come on, just force field me, bro. I know you want to. Okay, let's pull this guy back. Move a bit over here. Yeah, charge would be a very rough thing to go up against. That is for sure. Let's see what we can find here. He definitely wants to use some more force fields. Force field me, bro. There we go. Can we get a sentry? We are going to get a sentry. Maybe a zealot? No. It's actually, yeah. This is funny. I'm enjoying this a lot, guys, just so you know. Force field me again, bro. Yeah. This is so good. I love it. He's chasing me because he wants the force field. Now I got the tank over there. He does have more force fields. Misses it. Well, that one he didn't really miss. I think he barely didn't have enough energy for the second one. I think that's what happened. Dude, these cycles are popping off right now. Oh, he went for a Phoenix. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think the time for the SCV pool has arrived. Let's see. Ooh, need to be very, very careful here. Okay, so he's going to stick around. Yeah, I'm just really worried about the... Like, I don't know if Zealots can be beaten anymore. I can make one more... Actually, yeah. One more tank, because I already had one in the queue. And then we have 5 tanks, and we have 25 SCVs or something ridiculous like that. Could have had a few more Marines, actually, I'm sure, if I microed better. So he went for air. That's actually kind of scary, because I only have one... Let me repair this guy. Like, it could very well be that he went for, like, a Void Ray or something, right? So we need to keep that in mind. Okay, so we are over here. He does not have charge, interestingly enough. Okay. Oh, look at... Dude, that is so good, actually. The hold position on the workers popped off so hard. I don't know if it's going to matter in the end, though, because Zealots are so good against this. We actually cleaned his army up pretty well, but no, he was just a little bit too far ahead. GG, well played, has to be called. Now, I'm just going to make a very quick check to see what his build order was, because I'm quite curious. Did he cancel something? Yeah, I think he did cancel it, right? Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't want to doubt someone that good, but I am going to express a little bit of doubt anyway. I don't think it is the right choice if he knew what my build order was. But once again, since he just could have no idea, I mean, this probably just looked like a tank push to him, right? So then he wouldn't be able to get blink out. For me, I think this was actually a decent scenario. Maybe I could have been a bit easier on the SCVs or pull even more. Because if he didn't have blink, I legitimately think, and this is going to sound insane for me to say, sorry if you think I'm crazy right now, he probably already did, to be fair. If I pulled more SCVs, since he didn't have blink, he wouldn't be able to get on top of the Cyclones. If I can repair that Planetary enough, that it gets up. I'm not saying we win the game, but we would kill the natural, and we would go into a second part of the game where he does not have tech to get out of his base. No Stargate, no Robo, no Blink, and it would have gotten very interesting. I legitimately think with the build order matchup here, we would have had a small shot, but Hero's gonna hero. Very good micro by him. That's a good warm-up game. Let's go for game number 2. Okay, game number 2 is against a Grandmaster Protoss of... let's say a more reasonable skill level than playing against the best Protoss player in the world. Now, I do like to switch it up, so we're going to do something slightly different in this game. Ooh, I do know a cool... Yeah, okay, I know what I want to do. So, in TVP, we used to have basically 2 main plans, okay? You have the brute force. Very simply put, whatever you make, you just go at the front like last game, or you can do it similarly with tanks or whatever. Or you go for the split and divide and annihilate all of their worker strategy. And that's what I'm going to do this game. And I think I'm going to go for a proxy starport Hellion drop. I think that was the way I did it. I'm trying to think exactly of how the build went, but I think what I used to do is proxy the command center, proxy the starport. You drop Hellions in a base, and then you can put the command center in the middle. Oh, it's a bit hard with this gas here. That's good to know. You put the command center in the middle, in between their bases. So ideally here. Then they need to focus on either killing this, because that's an incredibly important position, obviously right in the middle of their base, connecting their bases, or to kill the Hellions. And it's really, really hard to do both, because you have medevac boost, Hellions are fast, so you can jump from one base to the other. And then, I mean, if they go for the Planetary, which is very often what they will decide, they'll just lose too many workers. If they go for the Hellions, which I want to say is probably the correct option, then, you know, there's going to be a Planetary in the middle of the base, and they're going to have to deal with that somehow, and then I can follow it up by playing, for example, Widow Mine drops, right? And then they're just going to be boxed in. It's going to be very, very hard to deal with, and I mean, that all sounds very cool in theory and stuff, of course. We're still going to have to make it happen. I don't think I should cut an extra guy of gas. Maybe I should go for a fake scout a little bit. I think that makes sense, right? We go for a little bit of a fake scout. Command Center and Starport are going to be in a similar place. Oh, we also had a couple games, at least 2, I want to say, that I remember, where the Command Center would be the decoy, and then we would win because... Ooh, that's interesting. And then we would win because of a double gate. Oh, that is actually kind of a scary opening to go up against here, guys. You cannot really do that reactively. Okay, maybe a slight change of plans here. I'm going to make a tech lab. I could theoretically still go for Widow Mines, but the problem is, guys, I always want to go for my plan. I can tell. Me neither. As I'm doing a freaking Planetary rush. I want to continue with my plan. And that main plan is still going to be the Planetary rush. And I think this is the best way that I can go for that. It's going to be making 1 Cyclone. And then I'll switch it over, go for the Hellions, and we shall see. It's really not going to be super easy. I hope he wasn't paying attention, because then he... Yeah, exactly. Okay, beautiful. If he wasn't paying attention, he wouldn't see that I started the unit. He would be able to see that he wasn't moving around, right? And then he would know that he had another... You know, I mean, he probably wouldn't know that it's 32 seconds, but he would have guessed like another 20 or so for him to be able to attack. But he didn't see it, and it's very nice. Now, that is... Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about here, guys. That is the decoy. I love that. This is so funny. And he's putting the Russian smiley out there too. Love to see it, guys. Okay, so here's the thing. The starport is still up. The problem is that I'm not going to have the Hellions as fast. But, I don't know about this one. I feel like, hello YouTube, say hello to damage plan, guys. I kind of feel like this is still gonna work. I mean, call me crazy, guys, but honestly, I kind of feel like it's still going to work. Because I have that proxy starport that didn't scout. He's not gonna expect it to come online that fast. I'm literally gonna rebuild that command center in the exact same spot. Just, because why not, right? Why would I build it anywhere else, guys? Come on. I'm actually gonna start concussive shells here. What's nice about this... Okay, this sounds like the biggest copium ever, but what's nice about having to cancel that is that I didn't have to make the engineering bay, so I had a little bit extra money for my Hellions. Oh, he's coming across. Okay, well, then every plan is out of the window for now. Let's see. He's definitely not going to expect these Hellions into the main base. Yeah, exactly. Look at this. He's going to do a lot of damage here, guys. He's going to have to run away. Cyclone going into the main is a little crazy by me, but it means his probes are going to be very bunched up against this. Look at that. Beautiful. And now we have another Hellion coming in. The Hellion from downtown. Oh, that's so many workers killed. Holy. Beautiful. Love to see it. I think I should save 2. Exactly. There we go. 2 are going to be saved. But now I do still have to... you know, win this game after all that. I'm gonna have 4 Hellions, which is very, very nice. Do I have an engineering bay? I'm making it now. Yeah, I guess making a lot of Marauders at home is gonna be the biggest thing that I can do right now to be able to win this game. Okay, here's the thing. I can't actually fly the Planetary in against that many Stalkers until he moves across the map, which he should do. Does he have blink? Oh, he's gonna have blink.
Ready for pickup?
Okay, then I'm a little worried about my poor marauders, to be honest. Let's see, I'm gonna try to get in here. Oh, okay, he was... Well, I don't know if it's multiple stalkers, but I'm gonna try anyway. Yeah, it's just 2 stalkers, actually, so we can go for a little try. Actually, he blinked, so then I'm gonna save both of these. Okay, gonna send a Liberator around. I think... Okay, look. Yeah, nice. Okay, you might try again. Yeah, he's gonna try again. It's time for the Planetary, guys. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna... run down over here. That's the plan. Liberator is going to siege over here. Planetary is going to fly in. Army is going to go down. And everything is going to happen to him at once. This Liberator is going to be super, super annoying. Look, he's focusing on the Planetary right now, guys. Okay, now he's going to come back for the Hellions. That is going to get in. Liberator is absolutely popping off right now. Oh, that's actually very annoying. I don't think he did that on purpose. I think the Stalker was just in the way. Okay, my Marauders have traded pretty decently. He's going to try to deny the Planetary just because he doesn't want to be Planetary rushed on YouTube. Whether that is the right thing to do, I guess we'll find out soon enough. That Liberator is not going to do much damage. Oh, he did blink away with that. Let's see. I'm going to try and chase that. I don't think I have Concussive Shell. No, I don't. Planetary is going to survive for now, by the way, which is fantastic. Is he going to blink past the mines? He is not going to blink past the mines. What do I have going on here for myself? Not that much, sadly. I would have needed a couple of extra units. I mean, this is pretty hard to blink into, guys, because I have really good Liberator zones. I do not want this thing to die. That is for sure. This Planetary is my everything right now. The Stalker does fall. Now, what do I have behind this? That's a very, very good question you guys are asking. Let me patrol an SCV here. So I can... Oh, we actually... Oh, no, that is so unfortunate. We actually missed the blink with the Stalker somehow. He did go for the... It's really funny to me that he went for the Planetary over the other unit. How hilarious is that, guys? Come on. That is actually so funny. The Planetary was more important than the units. Okay, so that Marauder is going to kill at least 1 Stalker, I think. Let me re-siege this Liberator over here. He is going to lose another one of those things over there. Liberator should be able to live. That mine actually got another shot off, which is fantastic. Gonna be able to get away with that. My base is saturated. And oh my... Oh, there's no space there, really? That's kind of crazy. Yo, this Hellbat's kind of popping off, though. If he blinks into it, I can get 1 more hit. Oh, barely not, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, Widowmine gets another shot. I mean, my army is pretty significant, honestly, guys. Right? Like, it's really not that small anymore. What is this? It's a Hellion. Yeah, the Hellbats are... Okay, let's see. Oh, this could be a nice blink forward moment. Or a stim forward, I mean. I think he... Yeah, he blinked for sure. Let me get Concussive Shells now. It's definitely necessary. These are so tanky. Liberator's gonna go into the main base. Let me regroup these quickly. Liberator's gonna go in over here. I'm even gonna bring my friendly SCV. Oh, okay, they're barely good pickup there on that. He has a Sieged Observer. Liberator is gonna be popping off. Let me drop a... thingy over there. Let me target the worker so I get 2 extra workers. Maybe 3? Oh, barely couldn't get that last one. And okay, turret's gonna start over here. I think I kind of want to get a Raven. I'm gonna check around with 2 cars. I think I have enough Hellbats to tank for my Marauders for now. Let me just make sure... Ooh, okay, that was a good target fire by him. Oh, the Hellbats are just a little bit too slow. Concussive Shell finishing at the perfect time, by the way. If the Marauders are in the back, it's going to be quite hard for him to fight. But yeah, I'm a little low on Marauders. I'm actually going to start another barracks. I think that is the right play. We are both on 1 base right now. I mean, I do have a decent amount of Marauders. The problem is that he can... Oh, there we go. Good pickup there. The problem is... He walked back a bit too... Dude, it's actually quite annoying that the... Oh, he's gonna go for the medevac. Good pullback there. Oh, that's a bad blink. There we go. That should be a couple dead Stalkers, I think. Let's see. Let me target that one and that one. He might try to go for the blink forward on the Marauders at some point. He's not gonna do it yet. And that's why I'm going to back off a little bit. I got 4 Hellions joining. That is a blink forward. Very, very scary for him. I'm just gonna go for it right now. See if we can maybe get 1 Stalker. Barely not. Hellions are nice to have. But ideally, I just have a lot more Marauders here. Okay, I'm gonna pick this up. Oh, he's gonna stand and fight. That's exactly what I want. Because the Marauders are just gonna be shooting from the back. Like, he needs to target fire them, but it's actually quite hard to get that. Look at these Marauders, just 1 HP. Absolutely shelling away right now. Ooh, okay, let's get this second barracks tech lab. And now, if he lets me, I'm gonna fall back just a little bit. Okay, here's the thing, guys. I am mining out. Let me pull those back if I can. He's going to try to target the Ravens, but the Ravens are... Oh, okay, that is a crazy place to blink to. He's going to lose at least 2 Stalkers for that. Let me pull this one back. If he wants to... Okay. There we go. Look at this. That's going to be really nice auto turrets over there. Like, losing the Ravens is not that bad, because I don't think he has DTs. The Marauders are way more important. But yeah, once again, guys, what I was about to say. I can lift my base at some point, right? I don't have to right away, but I can lift my base. And, well, I mean, he's going to have to spend 400 minerals. It's pretty good time to lift it already, but I'm not quite sure if I want to. I'm going to cancel a couple of Hellions, because I really don't think he's going to get charged anyway. And then I'm remaking the Raven, purely because he sniped the Ravens. And not because I necessarily want to replace the Ravens for whatever spells they had, but if a Protoss goes to snipe the Raven, that is usually a sign that they want to go for DT. So for that reason, I'm going to rebuild it. I think I would be fine here with this turret over here. Concussor shells rallied close by, but I don't really want to take any risk here. Keep in mind, I do only have one command center, right? So don't exactly have a lot of scans going on. I messed up a lot of things. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell for me, because this game was so freaking chaotic. It's pretty hard to say. If he had map hacks, then sure, you know, but it's... be careful with that. But it's, I mean, if someone would be able to read a Planetary rush game properly, I would be pretty impressed, to say the least. Oh, this is going to be a nice stim forward moment. I got my medevacs back up now, my medevac count, that is. So I can a little bit easier stim that down. Let me put the Raven on the back one. Get those. Stop going to the front, you annoying Marauder. There we go. And now we can just go for it. Oh, that's a sentry. Can we get the sentry slow? Yes, we can. Okay, so he rebuilt it already. Yeah, this is the perfect moment to go for it. This is the moment where he shouldn't have enough units here, because a Nexus is basically the cost of, what is that, three Stalkers and then some. Yeah, that's so good. And we're going to be able to mine from here. Actually, a turret here would be the smartest thing I can do. I'm once again going to check around with a Hellion. Oh, I actually had another Raven here. Didn't even realize that. I'm going to check around with another Hellion to see. Okay, he went for... Okay, well, then we're just going to go for it, right? Let's see. Yeah, there's no energy on that. Really happy that we found that blink. He's going to... Okay. Yeah, he went for the recall, which is really not crazy. But the thing is, now I can just stim in and get the position. I didn't want to walk up the ramp. Fighting against these units to begin with is not the biggest problem for me. I'm just going to try to pull back the low HP ones, doing a little bit of micro without the medevac. GG is called. And there we go. What a freaking game. Oh my goodness. This is why I love the Planetary Rush games, guys. It's just, somehow the opening, it doesn't even matter whether the Planetary Rush goes through or not. It just always creates pure chaos, because they don't know what's going on. I know what's going on to a certain degree, because I've done this a lot of times, but it's really freaking hard to tell. This game was very, very difficult, because my army was straight up worse than him. But I did have a lot of units and a lot of utility. So I had the Liberators, I had the medevac drop. I think at some point I might have absolutely blown your guys' mind, because I had the Planetary flying in, medevac going into the main base, Liberator seizing the natural, and my army moving out. So that's 4 things at the same time. My opponent's going to have to deal with it all at the same time as well. Absolute chaos unfolded, so I don't blame him for losing the plot at some point. But that was an absolutely delicious game. Let's go for our final one. Game number 3 is going to be a rematch. Now, this is going to be quite the challenge, because he's obviously already aware of my strategy. Now, this game, we are going to go for that brute force strategy once again. We failed in game number 1. We won in game number 2 with the harassment strategy, but, you know, if I play against the same guy twice, we're going to have to switch it up and go for the dub. I'm famous. Depends on how many views we guys get. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, you know, get the algorithm in there. That's all good, though. We're all here to have some fun. Hopefully, he's having a good time as well, you know? It's, there could be a bit of pressure on... Like, some people feel very pressured when they play against me, because it's like... They might experience losing to a stupid strategy as embarrassing. Personally, I don't see it like that at all, but you know, some people might, so... I hope that he's, you know, just having a good time. That would make me happy as well. Now, should I do it slightly different from game number 1? I think I should go for tanks instead of the Cyclones, actually. At least if I go for the proxy. Like, if a Planetary Rush gets more drawn out, then I think Cyclones are good. If it's just Stalkers, especially without Blink, then I really think you want to have the tanks instead of the Cyclones. Like I mentioned in game number 1, I felt like, build-wise, we should have had a good shot. But the unit count really was... pretty overwhelming, right? Like, I think we microed well, we saved our Cyclones and stuff. Maybe we even could have saved the Reapers, but it's, yeah, it's a tough one. Hey, I just instinctively made a Marine instead of the Reaper, but I think I like it more. I think it makes a little sense, because the, like, you're really going to be fighting straight up more likely than not, right? So, the Reapers... I mean, if you have tanks, I guess you could bounce them away from... yeah, from your tanks, right? Whatever they have, probably Stalkers. So it does make sense to have Reapers as well, but I kind of just... I do have to make this one a little further, because if this time the Planetary Rush gets spotted, we're going to be in more trouble than the last time, because we're not going to have that, you know, Hellion... Oh, okay, I see. We're not going to have that Hellion drop flying in. That is a funny scout. I actually have to make a bunker against this, because I don't have my factory at home. Wow. This guy is a little unorthodox, huh? This is going to be some chaotic gameplay once again, I'm afraid. Or I shouldn't say I'm afraid, I should say I'm happy with it, because that's completely my jam. The problem is I do need to move out at some point. I don't know how I can move out against someone that has... excuse me. Stalkers in front of my base. Doesn't sound like the easiest challenge to solve, right? I think I'm gonna show up with this SCV. So he might not be suspicious. I'm not sure if we checked last game because he saw the SCV didn't come back. Or just because he wanted to scout for a proxy. Okay, so he is making a Nexus. Right now he should have 2 Zealots and 2 Stalkers, I believe. Which obviously still beat the amount of Marines that I have. There we go, and now he sees I have a bunker. There's no additional tech... Okay, he does have... I was about to say he doesn't look like he has a pylon at home, even though I saw the Cybernetics core. I mean, technically the Cyber Core can exist without the pylon, but the pylon has to die after, and I imagine he wouldn't have killed it himself. Okay, let's see. This is going to finish pretty soon. Yeah, this next part is going to be the trickiest by far. I think if I get to his base with the situation we're in, it's really not going to be that bad for us, but I need to somehow connect my units. Like, I can pull the SCVs to help me get across as well. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go. In fact, I'm not even 70% sure, because I think it's a 50-50. Either we're going to walk across the map pretty easily, or he's going to be in front of our base and it's going to be annoying. I think those are really the 2 main options. Now, his Twilight upgrade has started, so I do think it's a good time to just make a run for it. I do have 2 tanks here. I guess I could technically siege those tanks behind him as well. Oh, he found me. Okay. How often do you see this? That's a very good question. Okay, actually, I'm gonna wait here. I don't want to walk into 4 Stalkers with these tanks, especially up a ramp. I'm just gonna keep the units together. CC is gonna arrive a little early. Oh, he's using 2 Stalkers to kill that as well. That is quite pleasant for me. I just need a little bit more gas. I mean, I think we're actually gonna get it perfectly in time. No worries. I only have to make 1 Planetary after all. Okay, so he's gonna try to block it already. I'm gonna try to siege this one a little further. And then we're going to get this one a little further. I want the Planetary to be pretty deep inside his base, because we're not here just to kill workers. I actually want to have his natural, pretty much, right? Now, I do have 3 tanks, which is the magic amount if you do want to push Protoss. So that is very, very pleasant. I think that is a good enough Planetary. He's going to fall back already. And in that case, I'm just going to make a turret. I'm going to do something extremely sneaky here, okay? Are you guys ready for this level of sneakiness? I'm not quite sure you are. He's gonna blink down here at some point, and I'm gonna have my tanks ready for him. That's the idea. Oh, he can also still warp in from that proxy, by the way. That's something to keep in mind. That's not going to be pleasant. Yeah, look! Oh, it worked! That's actually so cool. And the other tank is covering that. Wow, look at that. That's beautiful. I'm actually gonna run these back. This is a little crazy by me, but I think it makes sense. Oh, this tank I should have moved a little earlier. That's my bad. That was slightly risky. Okay, so we took care of a lot of the Stalkers. Now we're going to run back with these. I'm going to send this Marine up here pretty much to die. But I just want to make sure that my tanks are going to arrive home safe. Okay, so he's going to find it and he's going to kill it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this up with 2 factories. And now we're going to find ourselves into a economically... very fortunate position, or advantageous position, I guess is the best word for it. But we are at risk of dying for sure. Ooh, this is going to be a tight one here, guys. What am I going to do about this? I mean, I think I should probably run into his base, because I'm pretty sure I saw him just warp in additional Stalkers. Okay, he's going to go for it. Let's see. Oh, that's going to be really fat hits, though. That's not... Look at that tank! Oh my god, that's brutal. Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, so now... Yeah, he recalled. Oh, he recalled right there. It's not even that many, but I'm going to walk back anyway. Wow, we are doing well here, guys. I think we are looking at a 2-0 right now. It's definitely not done and dusted yet, at least until I get some additional tanks out. Because right now I only have 2 tanks, right? I really don't have that much. I would be an absolute troll if I would reuse this tackle out. You know what I could do? I could put a starport on it and make cloak benches. It would actually be prime position. Doesn't even sound like a bad idea to me. Okay, so I'm gonna make 2 tanks here. I'll make this an orbital. I'm gonna make a turret here as well, because obviously he could make DTs from that proxy too. He's gonna try and... If I keep... Look at this. I'm gonna spread these SCVs. This is gonna be the most try-hard thing you guys have ever witnessed. I'm gonna spread these SCVs in a way that and my Marines too. Okay, this is actually the most try-hard thing I've done in my life. If he blinks forward on the tank, we can kind of enclose him into the Planetary. That's the idea behind this. I mean, nothing wrong with it. It's just being try-hard is good, by the way. Don't worry about being try-hard, but it's incredibly try-hard. It really is. Okay, let's get 1 SCV back here, so we have the perfect saturation. Oh, I do want that turret. I guess that was the SCV I was going to use for that. I mean, at this point, I am expanding myself. He technically could have expanded already. There's still a couple of things I have to worry about. If he went for charge, for example... Oh, he's gonna... Ooh, that's not gonna be pretty for him. Okay, does not take that much damage. I'm actually gonna move forward with this tank. I think that's a pretty good idea. I'm gonna move forward with the tank. And... Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna get in here. I'm just gonna kill the batteries, I think. Why not? Okay. I think I can actually siege here. Does he have another recall already? I would imagine no. But sometimes Protoss does tend to surprise me. So I guess we'll see. I'm definitely not alone in that one. I'm sure that Protoss can be a bit of a surprising race sometimes. That hurt my Marines really badly. Yeah, he's about to lose every single worker. If he's coming back with the Stalkers, I think it might be even worse for him. Yeah, exactly. So he's going to keep going for it. I have another tank here. Let me siege this a little bit safer in the back. He did manage to kill that tank in his main... Oh, wait, why did you stop flying, you absolute psycho command center? It's totally not me that clicked it wrongly. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back here. Let's go back to the Planetary. Ooh, that's... I think it would have lived, too. I mean, either it would have lived or he would have lost every single Stalker for it. Now that's a little bit of a painful thing for me to have happened. I think I'm gonna try and snipe these now. Don't think I need to keep my Marines around much longer. Let me drop a thingy over there. Oh, he does find those Marines. That's, well, yeah, I wouldn't say unfortunate, you know. I could have expected this. Just a good move by him, really. He does have a lot of Stalkers. That makes me a little worried that he might have gotten a base up somewhere, because I feel like he would have ran out of money already. If I would have to guess, I would say he doesn't have a base, but it's possible. I would say that the amount of Stalkers he had makes sense, because he has been on one base forever. Now, keep in mind, guys, this Planetary is still going to keep annoying him. Like, he needs to kill this to get an... Well, no, he did get the robo, by the way. But if he wants... Oh, that's going to be painful. Yeah, I could tell he wanted to go for it. Yeah, that's not going to be pleasant. There's too many Stalkers up there. Or too many tanks, rather. Only 6 Stalkers left now, I believe. Let me just make sure to get the next couple tanks down here. I don't think I have to siege these, actually. I know it sounds dumb, but like he might... Okay, he might have thought that those were the tanks from the high ground, right? Yeah, let's make sure to keep building turrets up here, so we don't suddenly get surprised by DTs. Then I could make this I don't have a barracks. I was gonna say, I could make this a Planetary. No, we're gonna target down the Stalkers, I'm afraid. There we go. The Stalkers are gonna fall. GG is called. And we do finish the 2-0 over damage plan. One of the homies. See you in the comments, but really fantastic games. And this is what makes me love StarCraft so much. Not just my chaoticness, my chaos, but when I play against someone else being chaotic, the games just become very, very fun. The games are unpredictable. It's hard to read. You don't have like, okay, I killed 10 probes, so I'm ahead and I'm gonna win kind of thing. Like, you really have to take it step by step, and every single little trade matters. Maybe if his eco was like a little better, losing that command center would have put it back into his favor. You never know with these kind of games, but this was fantastic. Lost 1 game against the best Protoss player in the world, won 2 games against a Grandmaster Protoss, and Planetary rushes back. But that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys had a fantastic time. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.